Well, unexpectedly, the latest Nintendo Direct has actually given us a brand new trailer for Pokemon Legends ZA. Now, it wasn't exactly a huge trailer that showed us a bunch in terms of story or setting or lore, it's still all brand new footage, but I think it was a smart idea to focus on the gameplay and features in this one that kind of built upon the last one a month ago. We get to see more of the city, and I really do like the looks of it. The style is growing on me a lot more, and I think overall it does look very nice. We'll have to see exactly how it plays, but again, I'm really trusting the Legends ZA team. I thought it was kind of interesting. We see some stands outside for shops, so on one hand it's like, okay, that's kind of interesting, that's kind of nice, but I do hope that we are still able to go inside some other buildings rather than just the important ones. What I'm saying is that these stalls outside make me think that it's a way of kind of circumventing the whole like, oh, you can't go inside buildings, just do all your shopping outside. Now Chikorita also gets to sit at the cafe. I wonder if this is part of a cutscene because I realized like, oh, I wonder how easy it is to actually sit down and have your Pokemon there with you. But maybe you can actually like order food that does something. Also, Pansear was spotted. The monkeys are officially back. What we get the best look at here are some of the wild zones, and we actually get to see some gameplay of the player character walking around, and I think they look pretty good in terms of like the size. That was one thing I was a little concerned about. I was hoping these wouldn't be like too claustrophobic, but when you walk in, you can see the edge of it pretty well, and it's pretty decently far. Again, these are going to be scattered throughout the cities, and for the most part, they're basically going to be like a park in the metropolis. And we do see that Legends Arceus catching mechanics do in fact return. Thank you, please, I love those. Also, it seems like some Pokemon are going to be aggressive, and you can like run away with your Pokemon still outside of the Pokeball, so kind of similar to the Let's Go feature in Scarlet and Violet. And it seems kind of neat that you can just disengage from a battle by walking away from it. And it seems like Pokemon aren't just relegated to the wild zones, they can just be anywhere else in the city, as we see a Dedenne on a rooftop, and specifically with that Dedenne, I'm very happy that it looks pretty big, or bigger than it should be. In Scarlet and Violet, I wasn't a fan of how Pokemon were a lot more accurate size because so many of them were so small. So yeah, I much prefer Pokemon being bigger than their canon size for the sake of ease. But really the main part of the trailer focuses on what happens during night, and these wild zones instead turn into battle zones with trainers. This is all part of the ZA Royale, which seems to be a citywide tournament, and this is what was teased in the cutscene at the end of the very first trailer, so now we're finally getting the answers. And I think it's a cool idea in terms of like you can just battle any trainer you want and go up in the rankings. That's what it seems like, so it seems very similar to what they did in Pokemon Journeys. But yeah, just also the fact that trainer battles are returning, very similar to the Misfortune Sisters in Legends Arceus, but instead they're just like a bunch of trainers, and you can't avoid them. If they spot you, you're gonna enter a battle, not at all like Scarlet and Violet. So yeah, you gotta be careful when walking out at the city at night. We get a good look at some of the more generic trainer designs, and they look great. Yeah, really big fan. We also get a little bit of a glimpse at Mega Evolution, and it seems like there is a gauge that charges up, or at least a gauge that winds down after you Mega Evolve, as we see with the Mega Alakazam here. And I hadn't noticed this before in other trailers, but with the battle UI, the way that the moves are arranged on the screen, in the little diamond, they kind of correspond to the face buttons on a controller, so in terms of actually playing the game, it might be the case. In that maybe you press X, Y, A, B in order to choose an attack, or maybe it would make more sense for them to be mapped to the D-pad. But for the most part, that is the trailer, and I think it was a really good one. Again, it was very smart to have one focus on the gameplay and the mechanics, while last month's trailer was more so focused on, the actual concept of the whole game. So in this one, we still get like little glimpses of AZ and Floette and Zygarde, and then also something mysterious that the player character is looking at. We don't get a good look at it, but there's like mystical pink and purple energy around it. My prediction is that this maybe hints at wild Mega Pokemon, kind of similar to like the wild Terrestrial Pokemon we had in Scarlet and Violet, but again, this is taking place at night, which just seems like it's going to be Fight Club across the whole city. So let me know what you think in the comments below about this recent trailer and what you'd like to see going forward for Pokemon Legends ZA. Again, very surprising that we got Pokemon news during a Nintendo Direct, but it just shows that Legends ZA is really going to be the big thing for this year. Anyway, I should get back to training because Lumio City is going to be rough, man. Thank you to every channel member for your continued support, including the Great Gators, Boatload of Dope, Juan Moran, Sibon, King, Wafers, Young Ant, Sir Denchik, Trinlad, Banjo Yi, Star, Indecisive Idiot, Hydro, Al Rome, Slimy Chris, Nothing Normal, Alex Switch, Shiny Hunts, Tyler Hopper, Lockadux, Koi 13, Cemetery Hill, Cosmo Zero, Cheez-It 62, Gator Kid 509, TF, Mathaclog 947, Taijirai, Justin R, Phantom, and Quago. If you would like to support, see your name here, get access to emotes for comments, live streams, and sometimes early videos, as well as our members only podcast, you can become a channel member today. You can also follow me on Twitter and Blue Sky as well for more memes. Anyway, this is GatorX, and I'll catch you all later.
Two worlds collide. Powerful Pokémon shape the future. Pokémon trading card game XY Fates Collide. In stores now. Each booster pack of 10 cards sold separately. Cards vary by pack.